Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of Industrial Machines. This is actually kind of loud in my bass now, believe it or not. I need to get more muffling upgrades. But today we're going to actually be using, I've cleared out a little bit of land here between episodes. We're going to be using our fissile fuel to basically, power a reactor. We need to make a reactor though to power. Now, granted, even though we make a reactor, the reactor itself doesn't make power. The reactor makes steam, which we can use to put in a turbine. The turbine makes power, but we're just going to make the reactor today because the reactor is a little bit easier than the turbine. The turbine's a little bit more involved. So we're going to need fission reactor casing, which is going to need, of course, a steel casing, and then just for the first one, boom, there's our first bit of fission reactor casing. Now, I don't exactly know how much we're going to need. I was hoping we could actually get more reactor casing from that, but I guess we don't. So, but I do know what the shape of the reactor is going to be, so we're going to have something like this, right? This is all going to be reactor casing, and this is like a minimum, right? So, so that's 43. We're going to at least need I guess we don't need a controller. We're going to need a port for, input. Actually, we're going to need like 4 ports, so it's actually going to have to be like bigger than this. It's going to have to be like I guess we could do like a 4x4 or like a 5x5 maybe. I mean, we're just trying to figure out what this could be here, right? Actually, I should probably do this outside because it's going to be big. My house might not be big enough for this, so if we were to do it over here, right? Let's just say we right here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do 5x5, right? So that's already 25 casing for the floor of this thing, right? We want to do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, we want to do boom, boom, boom. Hopefully a stack is enough for this, because I don't want to be using too much over a stack. Right, so, okay. And then we're gonna need, like, 9 reactor glass, which is cheaper than the casing. And we're gonna need... So yeah, and then we need 4 ports. So that's at least... Okay, that's not bad. So we're gonna need a 64 minus 11. Or, yeah, minus 11 is what? 64 minus 11 is 53? So we need at least 50 of the casing, and then... So like a stack of casing is what we're gonna need in the end. A fission reactor casing. Okay. So we do math. 15 more steel casings, and they gotta get turned into... yeah, they gotta get turned into the fission reactor casing. So 15, and then boom. Cool. Stack of casing. Let's build our reactor. Well, we're building the frame of the reactor right now, more so than the reactor itself, but... Okay, cool. So, let's do this. So, dude. And again, we're doing this close to the base. Worst case, we're gonna have to wear hazmat suits around our base. Hopefully we don't have to, but probably should make them now before anything bad could happen, but yeah. So that's like that, yep. Break that down. And good. So that is going to be our whatever. So we're actually going to need like a top here as well. Didn't think about that. So actually we're going to need a little bit more. But what we need to do is we need to have... So for a reactor this size, try to think, we're going to need 18 reactor glass for this side and this side at least. And if not, probably going to need more for even here and here. So I can actually kind of do this with the... which one calls it, with the reactor ports. I can just kind of do them like that. So I need 6 and 6, which is 12. So in terms of reactor glass, we're going to need 18, 18. So 18 plus 12 is like 30 reactor glass, and we're gonna need a little bit more for those. Okay, so we're gonna need 30 reactor glass, which is enriched iron, which I made in here in between episodes. Nice. So can we make 30? Hopefully we can. That's 30. Good. Now we're gonna need like 2 more crafts worth of this because we need to make more fission reactor casings. And fission reactor ports. Gonna need boom boom. And then we're going to need boom, boom. And then fission reactor ports. 2 of them. We're going to need 4 of them, though, so there we go. So we're banging out quests like it's nothing. Because some of these ports are going to be used for different things, so that's the whole goal of us doing these different ports. So, port 1 go here, port 2 go here, and then port 3, and port 4. And then, in theory, all we need to do now is just do like this. And like, well, I guess we'll do it here. And then, in theory, we cover up the front of this, but it's going to give us an error. Because it's going to say, hey, there's no rods in here, but we'll cover up the front with this last little bit of glass in the future. So, to do this, we need to get some control rod assemblies and some fission fuel assemblies. So we're going to need to put, like, right here. So we gotta figure how many can go in here. I think it's like 5? Yeah, we can do 5 or 4, but we're going to do 5. So we can do 5 control rod assemblies, each with their fission fuel assemblies. So since they're 3 tall, we can do 10 fission fuel assemblies. So, okay. And theoretically, we can make it completely full, but you want to leave some space because it's better for heat or something along those lines, from what I understand. So, cool. So we're going to do that, and we're going to do this. Get 5, and then we can make these. 5 of those, and then we're going to need 10 of these. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're out of osmium. That's only 1. Dang, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do we have any osmium just sitting here that we can process, or... I mean, we could smelt that up for sure. That might help us. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. We can see. I don't think it will be enough. So that gets us... Oh yeah, it's gonna give us like 2 more of these. Right, and then we're done again, and then we get... So we're just a little low on osmium. I can go find just a bit more osmium quick, I guess. Okay, we're just about good. We make 1, 2, 3 of these, and we are golden. We can go over to our reactor and shove these in there. My god, I need to make my base more quiet. Or like go into the mechanism configs to make this bearable. So we get... Oh, that's the wrong spot. Here and there. There we go. Put these down like that. Put one of them in the center. Do this. Do this. And then finally, guys, we just kind of close up the front here. 1, boom. And hey, presto, we have a reactor. We don't need like a reactor like whatever, anything like that, like a head or something like that. All we gotta do is we have the reactor now. It's working. We got to kind of configure these outputs and stuff, right? So like if we want this to be, well, what can we do? We can do output waste, output coolant, input only. So those are 3 options. We're actually probably going to want to output waste there. And then for the other ones, we're going to want to output coolant and do an input, and then we'll do another input for coolant on this side. That'll be good. That'll be exactly what we want to do. Because we want to have the turbine sit over here, because the turbine's going to end up putting power out like this, and that's going to be good. So that is great. That is our reactor. The turbine's different slightly. Turbine needs different components completely, but now at this point we can start putting fissile fuel in here. Actually, that's what we need the other input for. We're going to need an input for... Well, I guess that'll be the fissile fuel input, and then that'll be just all the stuff that handles with the coolant and the cooling and warming of the reactor. Nice. So I think this is a good place to end off the episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that cool stuff, and I guess next time we'll be hopefully kicking on this reactor and making some power and some nuclear waste, and yeah, we'll be able to actually use our digital miner finally then. See you guys then.